Hey, welcome back to Strategically Styled. My name is Lisa. I'm a woman over 50, and this channel is dedicated to helping you achieve your style goals. And to that end, today I'm going to be sharing with you some thrifting tips, and I am here on location at one of my favorite thrifting haunts, The Place. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss that. But at first, I will ask, like I do, if at any point, at any time, you find yourself liking the video, thumbs up and like the video. Click the subscribe button and join our community, and click the notification bell so you will be notified when new content is uploaded. Also, feel free to comment down below, share the video with people who you think might enjoy this content. Please and thank you. So now, let's get into it. So these coats are not arranged in any particular size order, but the first thing I notice is this jacket, which I'm confident is genuine leather. It is extremely heavy. It's almost like a body here. And it's too big for me, and plus I already have one, so that's a no. I am also drawn to this coat, which I can tell instantly is too small for me. So, going to take a pass on that as well. And what else? Going through. This jacket, now this is interesting. It's very vintage looking, and the brand is Petite Sophisticated, which tells me already that it's either going to be too short or the arms are going to be too small. Also, this color is not a color that I find particularly flattering for me. So moving on from that, now this anorak jacket in this army green, and it is Old Navy. This is also $1, and this is kind of cool and vibey. No matter where you're shopping, think about how you will actually wear the garment. So this kind of caught my eye because you know I love a unicorn, and the top of this sweatshirt, it's a hoodie, and the hoodie is mesh, if you can see that, and the whole top portion of this sweatshirt is mesh. So that's what made it interesting, but the reality is I'm wearing no mesh sweatshirt out in these streets, and I would have to wear something under it, and would that then diminish the coolness of the fact that the top part of this is mesh. So this is something I'm kind of drawn to, but offhand I can't quite picture how will I wear this. So it's a possibility, but I'm not entirely sure. And if I can't figure it out before it's time for me to leave, it's going to stay here. Tip number 2 is make sure you thoroughly inspect any garment before you buy it. Most thrift stores have a no return, all sales final policy, and certainly one where items are $1. It's pretty much you buy it, you own it. So it's really important, and even if at that price point you think, well, I can afford to waste $1, even if there's something wrong with it, you don't want to fill your closet and clutter your life with things you can't use. So I'm going to carefully look this over. I'm going to check the seams, particularly on the edges of the sleeves and at the hem. I'm going to try it on to make sure it fits. And I'm going to check the zipper, and if there's zippers or buttons, and even if you think, oh yeah, there's buttons, take the time to button it up, because that's when you might realize, oh, this button's falling off, or that a button is missing, or that one of the buttonholes is stretched out and the button is not going to stay closed. So this one, the zipper works, and I don't know, very intrigued. Okay, so I'm going to show you around the women's wear section. Things are very neat here, orderly, generally arranged by size. It is not a large space. However, they cover all the categories. There's hanging blouses and tops, folded sweaters and tops. There are dresses and skirts that are hanging. On the table are folded things like pants, capris, workout wear. There's a lot of shoes. and they pretty much just go around the perimeter of the room, as you can see. And I should also point out that there aren't dressing rooms per se, but you are able to take things in to the bathroom and try them on. There's also belts and handbags, which are not shown here, but I think you get the gist of this is the place. My next tip would be to completely disregard the size categories, because sometimes there are no categories, but also if it's a busy place where several people are pulling things from the rack and putting them back, sometimes they don't put them in the right place. Also, as you know, different manufacturers, their sizing is just whack. So just don't be hesitant to reach for something, even if it's in a category that is too small or too big. And if it is an option, try it on. So tip 4 is don't skip the men's department, even if you're not a man. The reason being is that men's clothing, it tends to be better constructed, better fabrics, and you can find the looks. So check out the men's department before you leave the thrift store. So I'm trying to refrain from doing a lot of thrifting until I get my closet together at home, but if I were thrifting on this occasion, I would be looking at this blue maxi skirt that is fully lined. I also kind of like this denim shirt dress. It's a little big and it's bulky because I still have my shorts on underneath, but that is something that caught my eye. These flowy floral pants, I don't have anything like this, and while I love the cut, I'm not crazy about the print, so probably not. This Hollister men's plaid shirt, I just like blue and white shirts, as you know. This purple silk suit, the brand is called Show Me, and it's 100% silk, and I really like that, and I don't have anything this color. This brown and white print shirt dress with a belt. I have something similar, the colors are a little different, and of course, you know my obsession, a blue chambray shirt. This anorak jacket, it's the one you saw earlier, which is really cool as well. Back at home here in the Lisa Lounge, and as you can see, I brought someone with me, but that brings me to tip number 5, which is wash your clothes, if at all possible, as soon as you get them home. If not, I would isolate them. Even if there's no visible stains or odors, I would put them aside and wash them. I have a product that I like to use to remove stains. It's a little pricey, but it works really, really well, by the Laundress, and I will show you in the cutaway or put it down below. And also, even if there are no discernible odors, I always wash my clothes the first time from the thrift store with this Downy Rinse and Refresh, because it will just take any odors that are lying in wait, because sometimes you don't notice it right away, but if you apply any heat, like with the iron or the steamer, and then it's like, oh, that's this strange smell. And sometimes it's not that the clothes aren't clean, but it's that the way people have stored them with like scented something or other, and it may just not be how you want your clothes smelling. So I do that. Also, and this is true of all my clothes, not just thrifted things, I wash pretty much everything in the washing machine, but I use the hand wash setting. So whether it's silk or wool or cashmere, dry clean only, delicate, whatever it is, even if it's something that's not particularly delicate, I just wash it in cold water on the hand wash setting of my washing machine. I do not put my clothes in the dryer, with very few exceptions. I let them air dry, and and it helps to preserve the longevity of your clothes, which is a good tip regardless of what you are paying for your clothes. So tip number 6 is don't over thrift. Just because things are at a really good price point, if you really don't need them, you really can't foresee how you're going to wear them, just because it's a designer name, just because, I don't know, it's something that would be really, really expensive someplace else, unless you are legit a reseller, leave it to be a blessing for someone else. And you know, I have been thrifting for quite some time, and here's one thing I know for sure. You may have the one that got away, that, oh, I found that Gucci bag and I should have got it and I left it, and then I've never found another Gucci bag at a thrift store. If it's something that you're really invested in, then save the money and get yourself the bag, the scarf, the shoes, the whatever. But you will always, if you consistently thrift and keep an eye out for the quality, you will always find something else that appeals to you. It's just a matter of time. Check out, if you do Pinterest, your Pinterest board. You can go on Pinterest any day of the week and find something new that you like and you want to pin. And shopping is the same way. It can be hit or miss sometimes with thrifting, but in time you'll love again, is what I'm trying to say. So out of the 4 things that I got, obviously the blue maxi skirt, I got this shirt which has little pink flamingos all over it because I thought it would be fun for summer. And I did get the purple silk suit. I really love this texture of it. It's that soft, like velvety, it feels like a flower petal. And it's wrinkled because I washed it on the hand wash setting. It is fully lined. And I did check it first to see if it was color fast. And also with this washing, I keep like things together. Darks with darks, lights with lights, just in case. But don't over thrift. Leave some of the things for other people. And incidentally, I did not get this bag from the place. I got it from Goodwill earlier in the year. So I wanted to do this video at this time because people ask all the time, where do you go to thrift things for 25 cents or $1? So no gatekeeping here, spilling all the tea. And also the timing of this, if you are seeing it on the day that I'm posting it, the next time this church will have their monthly thrift sale, it will be the first Saturday in June, which is June 1st, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And it only takes place on the first Saturday and the second Saturday of each month. No other Saturdays, no other days of the week, no other time. So if you show up on Sunday morning for church and decide to do a little thrifting, it's a no, it's going to be closed. If you come midweek for Bible study or other things, it is closed. It is open on the first and second Saturday of each month from 10 to 1 p.m. Now, I have to say that like most thrifting stores, sometimes it can be hit or miss. It is very rare that I don't go and find something that I really like, but as I mentioned previously, I don't always get everything I like. For example, there was this woven purse that sat there on a shelf for about a year, and then finally, when nobody else would buy it, I then got it. And there was also a coat that was there for about 6 months, and then when nobody else brought it, then I brought it. I gave everybody a chance. I gave them a chance, but they forfeited their opportunity. So having said that, it's a good place to shop. However, if you were someplace very, very far, this church is located in Mingo Junction, Ohio, and say you lived in, I don't know, Vegas, is it worth getting on a plane from Vegas and coming here on the first Saturday of the month to thrift? I would say probably not. But as you saw, it's a very small place. Govern yourselves accordingly. And finally, tip 7 is to keep the cycle going. Meaning, if you have items that you no longer wear that are not serving you, why not donate them or even sell them to a consignment, through a consignment shop, so that somebody else can be blessed and enjoy them. And it also frees up space in your wardrobe for your next cool thrifted find. And those are my 7 tips for thrifting like a pro. Thank you for watching, and as always, until we meet again, I hope your day is blessed and stylish.